we'll start with the basic things, and we will also see the basic types of biological disasters. So shall I start the class? So today's objective is completely about biological agents, how to classify these biological agents, and what is the impact of biological disaster. So I will start with the introduction. I will start with what do you mean by epidemic and pandemic, and I will start with the biological agents, the viruses, the bacteria, the parasites, etc. I will just give a glimpse. Don't feel that it is a biology type of thing. It is a common thing which should be known to each and every individual. I will give some more information regarding how to identify virus, bacteria, and parasitical infections. And we will have a quick glimpse about classification of these different agents. And we will also go through the interesting facts and incidents across the globe. And finally, we will stop today with the impact of biological disasters. Okay. In the next session, we will have a detailed information about the different types of diseases which we are facing regularly. Okay. So today, I will start with a quick introduction. As you can see, biological disasters. 1 minute, guys. Biological disasters. They are nothing but microorganisms. They are some sort of unwanted casualties which are created by some microorganisms, or might be because of some toxins or any active substances which are made up out of biology. So that's why I have written here. See, it includes exposure to pathogenic microorganisms, toxins, and bioactive substances. So when we will call this one as a disaster, biological disaster, when it includes loss of lives or injuries or illness or other health impacts. Apart from that, any property damages, loss of livelihoods, etc. All these things, if they result, then it is called as a disaster. We have seen this one in the first slides itself, isn't it? So if any of these things happens because of these, then it is called as a biological disaster. Literally speaking, a biological disaster is called as a poor man's nuclear bomb. Poor man's biological nuclear bomb, as they are easy to manufacture, transport, and have the ability to kill hundreds and thousands of people. This, we will have a quick justification for this one. Why I always call biological disaster as a poor man's nuclear bomb. Why I will say this. Before going any further, how many of you have been affected with any of these infectious diseases in the recent past? Can anybody say? Anything, maybe in the last 6 months or 1 year, whether it is dengue or smallpox or chickenpox or even COVID-19, anything. Can you raise your hands? Anybody of you? Okay, I am the first. Okay, I am raising my hand. So anybody coming forward that you have been affected with any of these biological diseases, maybe dengue or chikungunya or something else, COVID-19. Anybody of you? Have you been ever affected with these things in the recent past? Can you raise your hands? Very good. You are brave coming forward. Very good. Now you all know, guys, I think most of us have visited the hospital, isn't it? We know what is the impact of COVID-19. I think few of our friends might have got infected with COVID-19 also. You know the rate at which it expands, isn't it? When it comes, it enters into our neighborhood, it enters into all our family members. Even you take chikungunya or dengue or all these things. All these viral infections, basically they spread at a very fast rate, isn't it? They will damage the health of all the people in a nearby surrounding, isn't it? At the same time, they are very easy to transport, isn't it? They are very, very easy to transport. And the most important thing, they will multiply very fastly. and the rate of infection is also very, very high. And the amount which is needed to strike these things off is also very, very high. I think few of our friends might have gone to hospital, might have gotten admitted to hospital because of COVID-19 or dengue or something. How much you have been charged? Is it in hundreds or thousands or in lakhs? What is the cost treatment for a COVID-19 patient? I think some of you might have gone to the hospitals also, right? What is the impact? What is the cost which we are incurring? Is it in tens or hundreds or thousands or lakhs? Can anybody type in the chat box? Can anybody type in the chat box? How much is the cost approximately? You might have seen in the newspapers that we are going to pay huge amounts of money in case of COVID-19 or dengue or some other treatments, isn't it? They are charging us lakhs of rupees. You know what is a nuclear bomb, right? Nuclear bomb is a very small thing which when hits an area, it creates a very huge impact, isn't it? It spreads very easily. It spreads over a very vast place. Even though it is very small, it spreads over a vast place. It affects many of the people in that area. The same way, biological thing also, it is very, very small. Even we can't see that biological thing, but it spreads very fastly. It transports very fastly. It gets multiplied very fastly. It affects everyone which comes into its vicinity. At the same time, the cost also it is very, very high. That's why it is often called as a poor man's nuclear bomb. Nuclear bomb వేసినామంటే కథం ఇక అటే ఇక ఆ చిన్న సైజ్ న్యూక్లియర్ బాంబ్ ఒక ఏరియాని మొత్తం నలిపేస్తుంది అన్నట్టు ఒక బయాలజికల్ డిజాస్టర్ చిన్న ఒక వైరస్ తీసుకొచ్చి ఒక చోట వదిలేసినామంటే అయిపోయింది ఇక ఏరియా మొత్తం సేమ్ న్యూక్లియర్ బాంబ్ వచ్చినట్టు అందరికి వచ్చేస్తుంది బేసికల్గా ఈజీగా స్ప్రెడ్ అవుతుంది ఈజీగా అందరికి వచ్చేస్తుంది తర్వాత మళ్ళీ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ మళ్ళీ ఫైనాన్షియల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సోషల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ ఎన్వైరన్మెంటల్ ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ అన్ని రకాల ప్రాబ్లమ్స్ సో దట్స్ వై it is called as a poor man's nuclear bomb. And one more thing which I want to mention here. న్యూక్లియర్ బాంబ్ తయారు చేయాలంటే కోట్లు ఖర్చు అవుతుంది కొత్త వైరస్ తయారు చేయాలంటే ల్యాబ్లో స్టార్ట్ చేయొచ్చు అవునా COVID-19 కూడా అట్లాంటిదే కావచ్చు కొత్త వైరస్ నార్మల్గా మామూలుగా ఒక 10 రూపాయలతో కొత్త వైరస్ తయారు చేసినా ఆశ్చర్యపోకర్లేదు జనాలు జస్ట్ రీసెర్చ్ చేస్తున్నప్పుడు జస్ట్ కొత్త జీనోమ్ ఒకటి స్ప్రెడ్ అయిందంటే అయిపోయింది సో పూర్ మ్యాన్స్ nuclear bomb effect of nuclear bomb but can be prepared by a poor man. That's why it is often called as a poor man's nuclear bomb. Okay. So I will ask you in the examination why a biological disaster is often called as a poor man's nuclear bomb. You are supposed to respond to me, right? Then essay question kadutam you are supposed to explain to me. And now we will have a quick examples of biological disasters. See, what are the examples of biological disasters? See, outbreaks of epidemic disease. Now, COVID-19 is also an epidemic disease or a pandemic also, what we call. So, this is a type of biological disaster. Plant or animal contagion. This is also considered as a biological disaster. Best example is swine flu, isn't it? Someone has... Sir, it's showing first slide only here. Sure. నా స్లైడ్స్ రావట్లేదమ్మా any others who are not able to see? Okay, it's on the first slide only here. So I thought you were listening to all these slides so far. I didn't expect this one. You would have said to me, I'm sorry. Are you able to see now the objective, the contents, the introduction, which have been given to you? Anybody? Yes. So now can I continue? Yes. You know, outbreaks of epidemic disease is called as a biological disaster. Now we are experiencing COVID-19 is a biological disaster. Plant or animal contagion.
ఓయ్ మమ్మీ కూర్చో, ఇప్పుడే తిన్నావు కదా, కూర్చో నువ్వు ఫస్ట్.
గిరి బేటా మ్యూట్ చేస్తావారా? Plant or animal contagion. One best example for this one. Outbreaks in plants or animals. Can anyone say this one? An example? Bird flu, isn't it? Animal flu and bird flu are few things. And see, insect or other animal plagues or infestation. Recently, moths, flies and moths. చాలా మంది పాకిస్తాన్ నుంచి అక్కడ నుంచి ఇక్కడ నుంచి వచ్చాయన్నారు, గుర్తుందారా? So that is also termed as a biological disaster. So these sort of incidents, if they occur in a nation, it is termed as biological disaster. Now let's see, what do you mean by an epidemic or a pandemic? Now see here, any biological disaster which affects a large number of individuals within a population or a community or a region at the same time, it is called as an epidemic. And if the same thing, if it spreads across a larger region, maybe it is spreading across the continent or somewhere across the continents or across the globe, it is called as pandemic. Okay. Now I will say a few things. Cholera, so far you know that in South Africa or in African countries, cholera spreads very fastly. But it is limited to only a few countries, and immediately after some 3 weeks or 4 weeks, it goes on. So that's why it is called as an epidemic most of the times. And there was a disease in Japan. People used it to get fever very regularly. So it was confined only to that particular region. So that's why it is called as an epidemic. So if a disaster spreads out fastly, but is confined to only a very smaller region, maybe to a smaller population, or maybe to a smaller community, it is called as epidemic. But if it spreads across the continents, it is called as a pandemic. COVID-19 is a pandemic. Even every country in this globe, 99.99% of the countries in this globe, all the continents, they have experienced this. So that's why it is called as a pandemic. Swine flu was a pandemic when it started. Bird flu was a pandemic. So the basic difference between an epidemic and a pandemic. And let us have a quick look about biological agents. Now, what are the sources of biological agents? Now I will say to you. See, any human or an animal or a plant pathogen can cause an epidemic or a biological weapon. See, any human, animal or plant pathogen. And see, the deliberate intention or action to cause harm is called as biological attack. Now we will see, there was a religious cult. They caused gastroenteritis by the use of Salmonella typheri. I shouldn't mention this one because this is an official recording. I'm not against any religious cults, any religion, but there was a religious cult in USA. If you do refer the literature, then you can find that there were a few sect of people who have used this particular one in order to spread this disease. And they say that it is because of the God they want to spread this one and everybody should suffer like this. So this type of things also are called as biological disasters. It is an intentional thing to cause harm. It is called as biological attack. Most of the times we are experiencing unintentional things, but in the world there were some intentional things also. Ever heard about anthrax powder? People use it to send it to some important personalities in a postcard or in a cover. Have you ever heard about this anthrax powder? People use it to get some empty covers, empty postcards. But later they discovered that the scientists discovered that actually That postcard or the cover inside it, even though it is empty, actually it was filled with this anthrax powder. It is a biological agent which affects the people who open it and who inhale that. So it was an intentional thing. So that's why don't open an empty cover if it is being mailed to you. And I'll show you a few things. Yeah. See, in what ways can anything can attack us? Any biological weapon can attack us. See, the first thing is aerosols. You all know that COVID-19 is also an aerosol, right? And it is also a person-to-person infection also. So COVID-19 can spread through air, and it also can spread from person to person through contacts. So if the first one is aerosol, the diseases which spread through air are normally called as aerosols. Okay. See, the biological agents are dispersed into the air, forming a fine mist that may drift for miles. It is called as aerosol. And see, some diseases are caused by animals. ఎలక కుట్టినా కూడా మనకి ఇన్ఫెక్షన్ అవుతుంది, అది కూడా ఒక బిగ్గెస్ట్ డిజాస్టర్. ప్లేగ్ అని చెప్పాను కదా, పాతకాలంలో ప్లేగ్ అని మైస్ కుట్టినప్పుడు వచ్చాయి బేసిక్. ఫ్లైస్ మస్కిటోస్ కుట్టినప్పుడు ఏమేమి వస్తున్నాయి? కెన్ ఎనీబడి గివ్ మీ అన్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ ఆఫ్ వాట్ ఆర్ ద diseases which are being done by because of this mosquito bites? You know, dengue, yellow fever, all these things, those are caused by, yes, very good, Sumi is very fast. And livestock also. And do you know that should I mention it or not? If you there are few diseases which are spread by even from pet dogs also. How many of you do know that? Even I used to have pet dogs at my home, but later on I avoided that. And there are several acute respiratory diseases which are observed in the people who are raising the pets, particularly in the Pomeranian dogs, in the double coat shepherds also. So even livestock also can create biological disasters. And there are few things which are caused by food and water contamination. Can anybody say me which is normally caused by water contamination? One example. Because of pathogenic organisms which are present in this water contamination, we get affected. Can anybody say me? One single. Typhoid. ఎప్పుడన్నా పేరు విన్నారా? టైఫాయిడ్ చాలా మంది వైరస్ అనుకుంటారు కదా, గాలి ద్వారా వచ్చిందో లేకపోతే వేరే వాళ్ళ ద్వారా వచ్చిందో. వైరస్ టైఫాయిడ్ కమ్స్ విత్ వాటర్ కంటామినేషన్. ఇఫ్ యూ డ్రింక్ అవుట్ సైడ్ వాటర్ or if we drink outside food which is dirty or something infected, then we get typhoid. So outside water unless if it is required. And there are few things which are caused by person to person contact. Chicken pox is not there in our country because అందరికి చిన్నప్పుడే రెండు చుక్కలు ఉంటాయి, మీరు అబ్జర్వ్ చేస్తుంటే. Is vaccinated, we can proudly say that chicken pox is not there in our country. So smallpox can be, and తర్వాత ఈవెన్ ఇప్పుడు COVID-19 కూడా is also person to person. Smallpox, COVID-19 nowadays, all these things are contacting through person to person. Okay, and yeah, one more thing which I wanted to mention. But biological agents, whatever the biological agents which we will be discussing from now onwards, they will surely cause major destructions. There are few biological agents which can create billions of dollars of mass destruction. One such example is COVID-19. Nobody expected that this is going to create this much amount of disruption in the globe. This was the first time in the last century of years that the complete world has halted. Isn't it? During the first wave, all the countries they stopped flights, all the countries they closed borders. Isn't it? In my lifetime also, this is the first time which has happened. Small virus, it is creating huge destruction. It is just a small virus. We don't know where it has originated. There are so many theories that there are so many countries where it has been originated. See, a small virus is affecting large numbers and it is creating chains of infections, isn't it? And see, it is mutating here every regular now and then. Now Delta variant is there, Delta plus variant is there. We don't know, maybe Delta beta, Delta gamma variants also they will come. See the mutations, just only a small virus which has started somewhere in some laboratory. Now see how many people are getting affected with this. Small biological agents are causes of mass destruction. And the potential of some infectious agents is nearly as great as that of nuclear weapon. నిజంగా బేట న్యూక్లియర్ వెపన్ వచ్చినా కూడా మహా అయితే ఒక సిటీయో పోయేది లేకపోతే ఒక కంట్రీయో పోయేది కావచ్చు. But because of this COVID-19, see the disruption across entire globe. This is the best example of this biological disaster. So that's why when we read about weapon of mass destruction, earlier we used to discuss only about nuclear. But now everybody is discussing about biological and chemical disasters also, because these are also coming under mass destruction. So if I ask you, explain how a biological disaster or a biological agent can be considered as a weapon of mass destruction, you should write some 2-page or 3-page story based upon your experiences. Okay, so now ఒకప్పుడు న్యూక్లియర్ వెపన్స్, న్యూక్లియర్ మిసైల్స్ వేసేది, ఇప్పుడు అంతా బయాలజికల్ వెపన్స్ వేసేస్తున్నారు. ఒక సినిమా ఉంది, ఐ థింక్ ఐ హావ్ సీన్ ఎ మూవీ ఆఫ్ సూర్య. ఈరోజు మార్నింగ్ కూడా వచ్చినట్టున్నారు మూవీ యాక్చువల్గా. I don't remember the name of the movie, which was based upon this biological disaster. Does anybody remember the name? Already someone mentioned. Harini mentioned, Sumant mentioned. Sixth Sense, Seventh Sense, yeah, Seventh Sense, right? Seventh Sense was a movie, right? Which was based upon this biological disaster. Chinna lab lo meer observe cheyandi. Why everybody is favoring biological trends now? See the reasons. It is of low cost and widespread availability, and it is more efficient in terms of coverage. I can carry just only a small tube of virus and I can go anywhere in the world and I can just spread it. Don't take it in a negative way, just I am saying like that, okay? So more efficient in terms of coverage per kg of payload, isn't it? And advances in biotechnology have made production easy. And agents are largely natural pathogens and simulate existing diseases. This is one of the biggest problems. There was a movie, in English movie also, where how many of you have seen the movie? 1 minute. I will type the name of the movie here. It was also a biological disaster. World Wars. This is one of the movie which I have watched. One of the nice movies. With the main cast, Brad Pitt was the main cast in that one. World Wars. You can watch it. These biological weapons, they simulate existing disease. సో ఎవరికైనా ఇంకేమైనా చిన్న చిన్న రోగాలు ఉన్నాయంటే బికాస్ ఆఫ్ దిస్ బయాలజికల్ ఏజెంట్ అవి ఇంకా ఎక్కువైపోయి, సో ఆటోమేటికలీ ఇట్ విల్ లీడ్ టు ఏ వెరీ బిగ్ థింగ్. సో దట్స్ వై ఎవ్రీబడి ఈస్ ఫేవరింగ్ దిస్ బయాలజికల్ వెపన్స్. Low cost, widespread availability, more efficient, advances have made production easy. They simulate existing diseases, and the most important thing, they have an unmatched destructive potential. See, right now with the COVID-19 itself, there are lakhs of people who died even in our country also, isn't it? Unmatched destructive potential. And technology is very sophisticated for dispersing biological agents. And this is the most important thing. This is the reason why everybody is employing biological disasters now. న్యూక్లియర్ బాంబు వేయంగానే ఇమీడియట్గా వేయంగానే విత్ ఇన్ క్షణాల్లో వచ్చేస్తుంది, అవునా? క్షణాల్లో అంతా బూడిదైపోతుంది. కెమికల్ డిజాస్టర్ అయితే విత్ ఇన్ అవర్స్లో జరుగుతుంది, మన అవర్స్లో జరుగుతుంది, ఓకే? బట్ బయాలజికల్ డిజాస్టర్ ఏంటి? నేను ఎక్కడ స్టార్ట్ చేశానంటే ఇట్ విల్ టేక్ సమ్ మంత్స్ ఆఫ్ టైమ్. సో ఐ డూ హ్యావ్ ఈజీ టైమ్, ప్లెంటీ ఆఫ్ టైమ్ టు ఎస్కేప్, and I can prove that I am not the reason for that because I was not there at that time. So most of the times it goes unnoticed and spreads after some amount of time. So that's why everybody is favoring biological weapons. I am not favoring biological weapon. Don't feel that I am saying all the pros of biological weapons. These are the reasons why everybody across the globe is favoring biological weapons. And lethal biological agents can be produced easily and cheaply because of advances in biotechnology. Okay. And now, can you write why biological disasters now are called as poor man's nuclear bomb, and why the world is favoring biological weapons when compared to the chemical weapons or nuclear weapons? Can you write it for 6 marks in the examination, guys? How many of you can write? Just raise your hands. Analysis level questions ఇస్తాం, డీటెయిల్గా రాయాలి, కనీసం 3-4 పేజీలు రాయాలి. Very good. Nice. Good number. Right. Now let's have a quick look about classification of biological agents. I will close it quickly. Don't worry. There are 3 different categories of biological agents, beta, based upon the amount of destructive potential which they can give. Type 1, which have very high mortality rate. అంటే ఇది వస్తే డిఫాల్ట్గా చనిపోయే వాళ్ళ మంది ఎక్కువ మంది ఉంటారు. And it can be easily transmittable. Those type of things are called as category A. So category A biological agent spread అయింది అంటే public health is more important because the spreading will be very, very high, and chances of fatalities is also very, very high. So category A లో వచ్చేవన్నిటికీ జాగ్రత్తలు చాలా అవసరం. కేటగిరీ బి అంటే బేసికల్గా ఏంటంటే నాన్న మోడరేట్లీ ఈజీ టు డిసిమినేట్. సో కేటగిరీ బి వచ్చిందనుకోరా, వీ విల్ బి హ్యావింగ్ సఫిషియంట్ అమౌంట్ ఆఫ్ రియాక్టివ్ టైం, మోటాలిటీ రేట్ కూడా బాగా తక్కువగా ఉంటుంది. అటువంటివన్నీ కేటగిరీ బి కిందికి వస్తాయి. ఇక ఎప్పుడోసారి వచ్చిపోయేవి, దాంతో పెద్దగా ఫర్టిలిటీస్ ఏముండవు, జస్ట్ ఓన్లీ వచ్చి కొన్ని రోజులు ఉండిపోతే నార్మల్గా అనుకునేవి కేటగిరీ సి కిందికి రాస్తాయి. సో కేటగిరీ ఏ is the most harmful or the dangerous one, where we need to concentrate as an official. So if there is an breakout with category A, then everybody must get alert. COVID-19 comes under category A. Okay. Now let's see a quick review of what comes under category A. Category A lo chudandra, viruses point of view, smallpox, Ebola virus పేరు వినే ఉంటారు. ఎబోలా వైరస్ ఆఫ్రికాలో డెవలప్ అయింది, ఆఫ్రికా అండ్ సౌత్ అమెరికాలో డెవలప్ అయింది ఎబోలా వైరస్, మార్బర్గ్, అండ్ దీస్ ఆర్ viruses which we have not heard, but it was there in before 100 years. These viruses were identified and still they are in existence in some of the areas, and COVID-19 is also comes under this one. Okay. And regarding the bacteria, anthrax, you might have heard about this anthrax, right? Plague అండ్ చులరేమియా. మనకు ఎక్కువగా కనబడేవి ఆంథ్రాక్స్, ప్లేగ్, స్మాల్ పాక్స్, ఇప్పుడు COVID-19. దీస్ ఆర్ మోస్ట్ సీన్ ఇన్ ఏషియాటిక్ కంట్రీస్. అండ్ టాక్సిన్స్ రానన్నా, దిస్ టాక్సిన్ is not available rightly in the world, but there is a toxic which can create huge amount of impact, and that topic, this chemical name of this one, people call it as botulism. So these come under category A, which can create a very high mortality. సో ఇవి వచ్చినాయంటే డిఫాల్ట్గా మనిషి చనిపోవటమే ఉంటుంది మోస్ట్లీ. బట్ నవ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ వీ డూ హ్యావ్ గాట్ వెరీ గుడ్ ట్రీట్మెంట్ ఫర్ స్మాల్ పాక్స్. బట్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్ లేటర్ కేసెస్ దెన్ ఇట్ ఈస్ ఎ లిటిల్ బిట్ ప్రాబ్లమ్. అండ్ మోర్ ఓవర్ గైస్, స్మాల్ పాక్స్ ఇట్ స్ప్రెడ్స్ వెరీ ఈజీ. హౌ మెనీ ఆఫ్ యూ ఆర్ అఫెక్టెడ్ విత్ స్మాల్ పాక్స్ ఇన్ యువర్ లైఫ్ టైమ్? ఐ వాజ్ అఫెక్టెడ్ విత్ స్మాల్ పాక్స్ వెన్ ఐ వాజ్ ఇన్ మై స్కూలింగ్ ఏజ్. Somebody has already raised his hand. So there is one friend of me, Mandira, very good. You know, it spreads very fastly even in our household members, but most of the times, if you carefully see, it is limited only to the younger age people, not to the older age people. Only to the age of up to 20 to 22 only we will be getting affected by smallpox, and the maximum times of infection is maximum 2. Beyond that, we will be getting immunity power for smallpox. But children, small children, they will get easily affected with the smallpox. And next comes category B. And category B, if you see, most of the things are alpha viruses, and bacteria also, This is a list. You can go through these all the lists. Just I have mentioned it for you. Category A, B, and also category C. Category C, yellow fever, Nipah virus. ఇవి జస్ట్ వచ్చినాయంటారా బేసికల్గా మనకే కొన్ని రోజులు ఉంటుంది, తర్వాత వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. మరి మార్టాలిటీ రేట్ ఎక్కువ ఉండి మనిషి చనిపోతాడు అనే స్టేజ్లో అయితే లేదు బేసికల్. సో ఆల్ దీస్ కమ్ అండర్ category C. Now we will go through the interesting facts and incidents. I think the time is picking up. Yeah. See, certain characteristics need to be present for an organism if it is to be considered as a biological agent, which is capable of creating a biological disaster. So it must be a potential biological agent for warfare or terrorist attack. నిజంగా ఇప్పుడు అందరు ఇదే వాడుతున్నారు. I shouldn't comment, but the world is doubting about a country that they have spread this COVID-19 virus. And COVID-19 virus attack is greater than a terrorist attack or a warfare, isn't it? And if we see the leaders in this field for biological attacks, see what are they? First one is anthrax, as already told you. It will be just in the form of a powder. It will be dropped in a cover and it will be sent with an unidentified name to a sender. And a sender, he takes it and he opens it, and when he touches or when he inhales this anthrax powder, he will be dead. So that's why anthrax is a leader, topmost leader in this one before COVID-19. And smallpox is one. It can be easily spread among the people. So that's why even in Seventh Sense also, you can see it was a type of infection of smallpox itself, but in the disease, in the animals. So anthrax, smallpox, plague, and all these things, these are the topmost biological agents which are used for warfare. And some people, they will target livestock also, livestock and crops also. And see, these are the major events across the globe. And I'm skipping this thing, but before skipping this thing, I want to mention very clearly that there are few incidents which were done intentionally to eradicate few sects of people. And I don't know whether I should pronounce these things or not, but you know that in World War II, there is a literature review that apart from the atom bomb, you know that in World War II in 1945, there were 2 atom bombs which were released on Japan. But before this dropping of this atomic bomb, why there was a huge decision of dropping an atomic bomb over Japan? Because the opposite countries, they felt that Japan was using biological warfare to affect their countries. So that's why they wanted to eliminate Japan. That's why they have dropped atom bombs. So this is one thing which was there in the literature, official literature, that Japan tried to use this biological warfare. This was the first instance. And even before that, there were a few instances where biological warfare was implemented. And I will show you. In Afghanistan, it regularly happens. You might be seeing in so many movies. And there is one more country. I think I should utter the name, Syria. Syria is one country which is having a lot of problems internally, isn't it? There are so many countries involved in claiming Syria. And in Syria, you can see that there are so many people dying, so many children also dying. And it is a biological warfare. Most of the groups, terrorist groups, they are employing biological things. And in this process, many children and people are dying. You can watch the videos and you can go through the news and clips. It's hell sort of a biological warfare being used. Chemical and biological warfare. May God save Syria and now Afghanistan also. And see, there were incidences even before this 1800s and 1700s also. You know that America right now, Trump is saying that everybody must leave the country except Americans, isn't it? Then who is an actual American? Literally speaking, America is a place where everybody has come there and started living in from 1600s and 1700s. Before these people, you know that who discovered America? Can anybody say? Who discovered America? Who discovered America? Adentra? Harini responded Columbus. Yes, Columbus was a very great sailor. He discovered America. అమెరికా అతను కనుక్కున్నంత వరకు అతను కనుక్కున్న తర్వాత కాలనీ ఎస్టాబ్లిష్ చేయడం జరిగింది. దాని తర్వాతనే యూరోపియన్ కాలనీస్ అవడం జరిగింది. తర్వాత ఆఫ్రికన్ పీపుల్ని స్లేవ్స్గా తీసుకెళ్ళడం జరిగింది. తర్వాత ఏషియన్ పీపుల్ని స్లేవ్స్గా తీసుకెళ్ళడం జరిగింది. అప్పటి వరకు అమెరికాలో ఈ వైట్ పీపుల్ అనే కల్చరే లేదు. ఇప్పుడు ఇంత మాట్లాడుతున్నారు కదా అమెరికాలో వైట్ కల్చర్, బ్లాక్స్ అని. అంతకుముందు అసలు అమెరికాలో అసలు ఉండేవాళ్ళు ఎవరు? అమెరికాలో ఉండేవాళ్ళని రెడ్ ఇండియన్స్ అనేవాళ్ళు. మీరు టీవీలో వీడియోస్లో చూస్తుంటారు. రెడ్ ఇండియన్స్ వర్ ద ట్రూ అమెరికన్స్. బట్ దీస్ కాలనీస్ వెన్ దే వాంటెడ్ టు గో ఎంటర్ ఇన్ టు ద అమెరికా, దే హ్యావ్ గాట్ అపోజిషన్ ఫ్రమ్ ద రెడ్ ఇండియన్స్. Red Indians are the true Americans people, and that's why what they wanted is these European colonies, they gave the smallpox infected blankets to the Red Indians, and that's why you can see now there are a very limited number of Red Indians in the US, not even less than 1%. Andarni complete close చేసేసారు. I'm not against to any European countries or US, don't take it in account, but this is the true thing. ఇప్పుడు చెప్పుకునే నేటివ్స్ అందరూ యూఎస్ వాళ్ళు అందరూ ఒరిజినల్ నేటివ్స్ కాదు బెట. ఒరిజినల్ నేటివ్స్ ఆఫ్ యూఎస్ ఆర్ రెడ్ ఇండియన్స్, అండ్ దే ఆర్ కంప్లీట్లీ వైప్డ్ ఆఫ్ ఫ్రమ్ దర్ కంట్రీ బై దీస్ బయాలజికల్ ఏజెంట్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ద యూరోపియన్ colonies. So that was an incident, that was a major event across the globe. And in 2001 everybody knows that anthrax virus has been spread out in USA to kill most of the important leaders, and through postal system. Yes. And official documented use. See, Japan used this plague in China during and also before Second World War. So that was the reason why it was bombed. And anthrax spores in USA and USSR also. Actually, I must eliminate this one. Okay. I don't know if still any of you is a follower of this one. See, I told you that this was spread in a restaurant to kill the people. It was done by this group. He was a spiritual leader actually. So he started doing these things. That మనం చనిపోతే దేవుడి దగ్గరికి వెళ్తాము, సో దీనివల్ల చనిపోవాలని hell lot of things. And there were few other biological agents which were officially documented. And in our country, you know, there are several outbreaks of different biological disasters, and these are the few glimpses of the biological. Smallpox in 1975, chickenpox అయితే completely eradicate అయిపోయింది, smallpox కూడా mostly eradicate అయిపోయింది. And in 1950s malaria was the biggest problem. Now everybody is not more concerned about malaria because we have got very good medicines now. But during 1940s and 1950s, early days of our independence, malaria వచ్చిందంటే అటే. And malaria used to spread very fastly in areas. So malaria was an official biological disaster in the early 1950s. And plague was also there. It was before the independence. During the British rule, plague was also there, but it was eliminated. And in Surat also, in 1994, it was identified again, plague. And SARS outbreak in 2003, it was mostly limited to Kerala. It was successfully controlled. And avian influenza, what I call it as bird flu. Bird flu అయితే రెగ్యులర్గా వస్తున్నాయి bird flu. Even in our country also, regularly in different states we are experiencing this bird flu. The first bird flu incident in our country, firstly it was identified in Indonesia and Malaysia. In our country it was identified in 2006 in the western coast. Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat and Maharashtra, they experienced these first cases of bird flus. And in present we do have still avian influenza, which can result in a pandemic. And slowly, okay, HIV AIDS is also a pandemic. Right now, not in our country, but in African countries, still it is a big pandemic. It is spreading very fastly. You know that HIV is a pandemic. It spreads from one person to another person. And there are a few diseases which are spreading. So I think the time is up. So we'll discuss it tomorrow, the impact of biological disasters, and we will discuss about the problems of the common diseases which we encounter in our daily life. Okay. So thank you for joining for today.